Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, October 30th, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, this Freaky Friday has ended. Um, if you had to try and imagine what a Freaky Friday, the day before Halloween, and before the weekend, before the most contested presidential election in decades was going to take place, well, the kind of Freaky Friday we had fits the bill. Yeah, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I think this was the most well, definitely the most gut wrenching day of October, but I would call it the most gut wrenching in probably 3 or 4 months. Um, yeah, we had $19,000, almost just shy of $19,000 in open trade profits on the close yesterday that looked fantastic, and we had closed out good profits also. Just was a great day yesterday on the close, but then I told you it was getting real ugly in the aftermarket yesterday. Well, it didn't get any better overnight, and then it got even worse after stocks open anyway. We went from almost $19,000 in open trade profits to closing out negative 3,300 on those 14 positions. So we saw a drop of $22,000 this morning uh, within the first hour of today. I mean, that's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Then we got into four positions, two positive, two negative, and we're carrying negative 2,700 over the weekend. The Dow, you know, continues its roller coaster pattern here, but it was a down roller coaster pattern, and we closed the Dow officially closed out negative 157, but you see it's already reversing itself here, um, and I don't know if it'll follow through on this Monday. Monday is the day before elections. God knows what it could be doing. It could be doing anything. I am kind of happy that we only have four positions, so and not carrying a pile over the weekend. I'm working on the new portfolio for November, but that is a real task because a lot will hinge on how those elections turn out, and I have to put out a portfolio this weekend without knowing how the elections turn out. I have, I think, a reasonable idea, but I can't. I'm not even going to talk about that because I'm afraid I'll get banned on uh, Twitter and Google and YouTube, everything else. Anyway, okay. Um, I was just going to shut this down without showing you a chart, but I will show you one chart that illustrates how everything went today. Almost all the stocks we were trading had the same pattern. This is Fate, F-A-T-E, Fate Therapeutics. And you can see here we bought this thing on the last bar of the day yesterday. Just got into it when it broke out its highs here, and we got in. That's what the system tells us to do. And then this morning, uh, what I really the pattern I want you to see is how this thing opens. It opens not too bad, but then just crashes. This first 15 minutes, second 15 minutes, it's crashing some more, and we are of course stopped out here. and that costs us $3,200. You know, we can withstand that kind of trade. We get that all the time. But the problem is we had 14 trades. It was like almost virtually all of them had the same pattern. Even the winners had the same kind of pattern. Just, everything crashed right from the opening bell. And so, yeah, we were really screwed. By the way, I took a screenshot on our open trade equity right after the opening bell. First 3 minutes or so, we had like positive $11,000 still. A little better than half of what we had yesterday. That wasn't too bad, but that just fell apart immediately. I mean, it was 11,000, then it was down to 5,000, then it was down to 2,000, and then pretty soon it was negative. So that's just a horrible day. What else can I say? I'm not going to let it ruin my weekend. If you're trading this, don't let it ruin your weekend either. Have a great one, and I will be back here Monday on the day before the presidential election.